back Sac State, Kaiden Bennett, kind enough to join us. KB, we appreciate you. We were just talking during the commercial break. Like you already gearing up for next week. You don't even have time to celebrate the Stanford win too long. You put the straw hat on, celebrated, and then started thinking about next week.
Yeah, nah, we just it's something like that. You just got to push forward after big win, loss, whatever it is. It's back to 1-0 the next week. Just that mindset.
Yeah, man. So let's go straight to the play. All right. Well, I think it was a 3rd and 6, eluding the rush, scrambling. What was going through your mind? Let's just start like when you split the double team. Were you like, oh, I'm splitting and I'm about to run, or were you always thinking pass? Like what was going through your head in that particular moment?
Man, it was really just down and distance. I knew like what we're trying to do. We're trying to get down the field. It was like it was like a minute 20, whatever. It was going down a little bit. So I just knew we had to get a first down to keep the chains moving so we can give our the other players a chance, our kicker a chance to go either win the game or us go score a touchdown. So I kind of, as the play was going, I kind of was going through my read and the pocket broke down. However, things kind of went, and then I did what I did. Seen my player Marcus Fulcher out there and let him do the rest, man. And the rest history. He got to the paint and made it go.
That was a hell of a play.
What I love so much about it, KB, KB about to go down, right?
Yeah.
Gets the pass off. I didn't realize till after the game, KB ain't touched the ground yet this season.
No.
That offensive line has had you so far through the season. You haven't been sacked yet.
Yeah, 0 sacks, man. That's crazy. They step up big time every time we ask them to step up and do what they do, man. They go do that. They coach very well and they show up every Saturday. So them guys get a lot of they the biggest reason for our success.
So I'm not going to put you in no compromising position with this one. I'm going to just tell you how I felt. I watched the game, and at halftime, I tweeted it out. I said, maybe outside of offensive line, and we just talked about offensive line keeping you upright all season, so that's probably wrong. I was like, Sac State's just better than Stanford. Like, they're just a better team. Now, you don't have to say nothing to that, but you can say, like, what was going on in that locker room about the confidence that you guys had with being able to play with a team like Stanford. I'm sure going into the game, you guys had confidence, but after the half, do you think it kind of skyrocketed a little more? Like, we actually played a half, we're here. Like, it's not about thinking we can play with these guys. We know we can play with them at this point.
Yeah, it was actually what was really like exciting for me and like got me kind of going was actually leaving the field from the first half. Like just the excitement going into the locker room. It wasn't even inside there coming back out. Like guys were like ready from already leaving that first half. They're ready for that second half, and I was like, man, like that kind of got me going. Like these guys, like I already knew they wanted to win, but man, we want to go win. And that kind of pushes forward.
Yeah, don't listen to Casey, man. Talk your stuff.
Yeah.
Talk your
I
stuff,
don't
bro.
know. You don't need no bulletin board. You don't need all that,
Yeah.
man. But, I'm just telling
you. Man, them guys, yeah, you got some dogs in this locker room for real. So it's like once I seen the way, like everyone was just acting the way like their presence was, I kind of knew we can kind of go make something shake. So yeah, we did that.
We was talking to Coach Thompson last week, and it's always love for Coach Troy Taylor and what he did for Sac State, and we wish him the best of luck in terms of building that Stanford program. But we told Coach, hey, yeah, it's all love, go beat his ass, like go beat their ass. And I'm sure I'm sure it was all love with the that coaching staff over there. But in the end, it was like, let's show Coach what he missing out on over there.
Yeah, it's really just competitive, man. Like. We know Coach T competitive. We know the guys he got at Stanford are competitive. Stanford was a great team too as well. Like the way they were coached. I know how Coach Taylor coaches. He had those guys ready to go too. So just everybody. It's just a competitive greatness. Everybody wants to compete and be great on the field. So no hate to Coach T. No nothing. Like it's all love. Like all the stuff I was saying that before. All the things that he's done for me and just being in his presence and what he was able to teach me, man, I could take those things and I'll still work with those things today. So it's all love to those guys and really it was just our team wanted to go win. We wanted to win at the end of the day. It's really about our team. That's what we were saying before. It's not really about anybody else. It's just about what we got in our room and what we gonna do every week, what we gonna put out, what we gonna put on a Saturday. So that's really it's big.
Kaiden Bennett, quarterback, Sac State, coming off a big win against Stanford. Is there anyone in the pros, any players that you kind of emulate your game after that you think kind of looks like? I know me personally, I see a game and I see a little bit of Kyler Murray in there. You know what I mean? Just the dual threat skills that you possess, being able to run and pass at a high level. Those are two things that stand out to me. But was there anybody that you kind of modeled your game after coming up?
Man, I watch football so much that like it's just I try to take a little bit from everybody. You see all these guys doing some great things, man. I love the QB position. I love football. So whether it's some guys in college, whether it's some guys in the league, it's always things you can learn. Like you could take things. You see how Tom Brady prepares, then you see how Aaron Rodgers prepares, then you see how Kyler Murray, like you said, like all these guys, they prepare. They do a lot of the same stuff, but they prepare themselves different and how they go and work. So right now, I say from just watching last year, Jalen Hurts had a great year last year, and I liked a lot of the things he did. And watching, I could feel like I could model a lot of the stuff that he did after my stuff, how he handles the game. But there's a lot of guys doing a lot of great stuff around the league. So whatever I could pick and whatever I can take from each guy in the league, I try to look at that.
Real quick there, while I was thinking about that, because I was thinking about some of the ways you were moving out there, I just want to give a shout out to your OC, man, because I know in that first half he was in his bag with the play calls. The two calls on the goal line where you guys had the double handoff, and then when you had the play action boot. I mean, I was like, oh, these boys ain't playing out here with the play calling, man. So y'all was in your bag as an offense with the play calling.
Yeah, the coaches, they did an amazing job of setting the plan. They always come with the plan early in the week and let us know and break it down to us what they're trying to do, and then separate conversations what they're talking to me and stuff. And so they really all came together, and we had that kind of set before the game. And just as the game goes, it kind of just falls into let's call this, and let's call this. So they did a great job of calling the plays when it was needed at the right time. So good job to them.
You talking about preparation there a moment ago. How much different is it for you, last year being, a backup quarterback, being the reserve, and now it's like, hey, you're the dude. Like, you're the man now. Like, how different is that in terms of your week-to-week preparation?
Really, really, once you kind of get that schedule set, that was the biggest thing for me, just setting a little schedule for myself as I started turning into getting, you get as a starter, you get more reps, you get more, it's a little bit more of everything. So just more so just trying to find ways to make myself better each week and prep myself in those ways. And then having that set to where I'm making sure I'm managing my time well. That's like the biggest thing for me. But Coach Frescus always talks about it in our QB room. Like, it doesn't matter which week it is, what QB you are, you got to be prepared, So even guys in the QB room now, like I feel like all of them know what they're doing. Everybody is prepared enough to go do that. So it's really just staying prepared each week.
Idaho this week on the road. I know you guys I already know, just spending 5 minutes with KB, I know he's the type of leader that's got these guys locked in. Like, hey, emotional win last week on the road. We haven't done nothing yet. We still got a lot of work to do, and I know you got these guys ready for Idaho on Saturday for sure.
Yeah, no, I know my guys locked in. We got a big week of preparation. I know Idaho can come with that too. So, we just got to make sure we're prepared and take it on like any other week. 1-0, we got to be 1-0.
We appreciate you so much for joining us, man. Ignore all them texts that's going to be coming from Nick Saban and Harbaugh. Just ignore it. Just leave them on red.
Gone.
Just ignore them joints and know that we got you here.
Yeah,
Sac,
we pulling up the window, man. We got
I love Sac, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man. Thanks for making time for us between classes and practice and your busy schedule, man. And congratulations on a hell of a win at Stanford, and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, appreciate you guys too, man. Thanks for having me.